Greetings all! This is Justinian the Great with Sam the Car Guy, and today, in this video, we are going to look forward to projects for the year 2022. We're going to be looking at both not only our co-op Let's Plays, but my solo Let's Plays, and some up-in-the-air Let's Plays as well. So, let's get to it.
Boom in your eye.
What?
Exactly.
Alright,
Yeah,
so first of all, we've got the co-op Let's Plays featuring Sam the Car Guy.
That's me!
As everybody knows, we're going to be doing Sly 2 Band of Thieves starting next week. That is on, the first episode should air January 8th. So, really looking forward to this. This is my second favorite game of all time and the first Sly game that I ever played.
Another thing to look forward to, if you go to my channel, we'll have some screw around episodes of some of the different Sly episodes, such as Paris and so on and so on.
Yeah, definitely check out what Sam does on his channel as far as this game and the next game are concerned, because you know, he's doing some good screw around videos, and we'll post those around the same time around the same time I start posting these videos. So yeah, right here you've got a little sample of Sly 2 gameplay. I decided to put some samples of all three character gameplays for Sly 2.
Good old Murray.
Oh yeah, Murray.
Less of a bisexual questioning hippo this round.
Yes, definitely. More of an insured. Basically, I think he just bulked himself up.
Yeah, now he rides the hogs.
Oh yeah.
And the frogs. And the rats.
That just didn't sound right. Oh, and by the way, we have a more open world environment in this game, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, the open world environment of this game is one of the best things. Bentley is my favorite character.
Yes. And that's why.
Yeah, just blow everybody up.
I love Bentley, to be honest with you. And yeah, so...
What do you have the jetpack set up to? Is yours set on R2?
I think so, yes.
I think that's what mine is set up on too.
Also, something I should mention before we show the next gameplay is that, obviously, Sly 2 isn't going to take the whole year. It's going to take a good majority of it, but it's not going to take the whole year. So, I decided I'd put a little sample of Sly 3 gameplay in here as well, since we'll probably be getting to that around August or so.
Another goodie.
Based on my calculation. I'm only showing the Sly gameplay for here, but know that Bentley, Murray, and maybe a few other surprises show up, so...
The other thing to note, too, if we showed all the characters, some spoiler alerts would be in order as well, so we definitely don't want to spoil that yet.
Oh, yeah. So, that's, yeah,
Featuring Carmelita Fox.
Yeah, and I don't think Carmelita is really a spoiler, so might as well show her. Decided to have her fight a guard for a second, and then watch how blind Carmelita is here. I'm still not... Now she's after me.
That's so jank.
Oh, yeah.
And she's the head of freaking Interpol, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. Especially by Sly 3. Maybe not in Sly 2, because she actually has a boss in Sly 2, but in Sly 3, yeah.
We'll get into that as we go, though. You'll learn more about that, but you gotta watch the videos.
Yeah. And lastly, of course, in between the two Let's Plays, we're going to be doing Tails' campaign and Sonic Adventure.
The flying asshole buddy.
Quite literally the flying asshole. He flies with his ass. Anyway, we're going to be doing his campaign, and it basically, what you do throughout it is race Sonic through the levels. I'm not kidding.
That's so jank.
However, he's fast enough to race Sonic, so thanks to his flying ability. So
because he can fly with his ass, he's as
Mhm.
fast as a hedgehog.
Pretty much, yeah. Now to my solo Let's Plays. I got 2 of those coming up this coming year after I finish Resident Evil Village. The first is Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I plan on doing the entire Uncharted trilogy at some point, and I haven't decided yet whether I want to do the original PlayStation 3 version, which you're seeing here, or the remastered PS4 version.
Really good looking graphics too.
This is the PlayStation 3 version.
Looks really good.
Oh yeah. Well, this was the game that more or less saved the PlayStation 3. Like the PlayStation 3 wasn't doing so hot earlier in its time. Uncharted comes out, basically saves the system, or gives it hope rather.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the second game is considered to be the best one, but I still think the first one is worth a playthrough. The third one is my personal favorite. It has some kind of personal elements to it. Like as far as why I like it so much. Um, and I'll actually maybe discuss that when I actually do the Let's Play for Uncharted 3. By the way, my crappy shooting controls right here are due to my controller. It's a third-party controller, and third-party controllers are very imprecise.
I feel like that's what everybody says who can't aim.
No, actually, I am a lot better at playing this game with a first-party controller, and I'm a lot better at playing the game with a PS4 controller. So,
I guess we'll have to stay tuned and find out if he gets better with his aim.
yeah.
The answer may surprise you.
Anyway, very good game. So next, let's see.
Who's the girl?
Elena Fisher.
Hmm.
Essentially, I don't want to spoil too much about the series, so I'm not going to say any more there. So next up, I've got Silent Hill 2, which something I've been planning on doing for a while. I love the Silent Hill series, and I love particularly Silent Hill 2. Now, this is Silent Hill 2 HD, which means it has all of the technical issues that came with the remaster. However, I think the HD version is still worth playing, and I mean, it's all I have available to me. It's the version that I fell in love with the game on, so yeah, I'm not opposed to using the HD version.
I do like about this game how they used the fog cover because of rendering issues when they originally created Silent Hill, and it became one of its greatest features.
And it also works to great effect for the horror aspect.
Yeah.
Also, lastly, we've got the Up in the Air Let's Plays. These are Let's Plays we could be doing this year, but it's up in the air when we're doing them and whether I'll be doing them solo or co-op. Anyway, this is a game called Bullet Witch. This is the PC version of it. It didn't review very well, but I played through the first couple levels. It was pretty fun.
Did she just use a broom as a freaking subatomic machine gun?
Yeah, her gun is a broom.
That's the most jank thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, if you look at it, it's actually a full-on gun. It's just, like, got a broom end on it.
You know, when you gotta sweep the kitchen at 5 and shoot down bad guys at 6.
Exactly. Or when you have to ride your broomstick to work, and work just so happens to be killing demons.
Some Harry Potter level of shit right there.
Well, she is a witch, so.
Indeed. Bewitching.
And lastly, we've got The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, which I believe I will be doing next year. It's a RPG, long-ass RPG, so I'd really like Sam the Car Guy to co-commentate because of the fact that it is so freaking long, and it can get repetitive at times. Mainly
Sounds
because,
like every game on my channel.
pretty much, yeah. Except I think we might have just a little bit more to talk about.
Nice. You know, it kind of reminds me. The style is very similar to a more recent indie game called the Yandere Simulator, which is a little more violent than either of us are ever going to put on our channel. But I have seen some people play it, and it's okay. It's a little bit more violent than I prefer, but
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a good video to watch when you're pooping.
yeah. Well, anyway, I might have to check that out. Anyway, so the game itself, as I said, it is a turn-based RPG, but with turn-based combat. However, I will say that the dungeons where you perform the turn-based combat are linear, but it has a very strong social aspect in that many parts of the game you get to actually roam around, talk to characters, do side missions, and even like maybe, form bonds with some of the characters where you can actually and even potentially date some of the women in the
It kind of
game.
reminds me of the Final Fantasy series a little bit.
A little bit, except it has a little bit more of a social aspect. Yeah.
Nice. It's like if you took Stardew and that other one and put them together.
Yeah, it's like putting Stardew Valley and Final Fantasy together, pretty much. So, that's definitely a series I want to try to do this upcoming year. Anyway, what do you think, my friend, about all of this stuff?
I think it's going to be a good year with the few games I play in my free time on my channel and all the excellent content you're putting on your channel. I think 2022 is going to be a good one for the books.
Oh yeah, definitely. And also, something to look forward to as well is I've also got some other types of videos planned, such as like some top 10s type stuff. Maybe look at some underrated game series. Maybe some some more Vita games. Maybe some PlayStation 3 games.
Good to see those come back to your channel. I know it's been a while since you've done one of those, and I enjoyed your commentation on top 10 type lists.
Yeah, well, I've actually got a script almost all the way done for the next Vita video, so it will definitely be I'm looking forward to doing that one and the one after that one for sure. So at some
Most
point.
excellent.
Yeah. Well, that's basically all we could say about 2022 at this point. So um we're looking forward to a good year. Anything you got to add, Sam?
To all those Sam the Car Guyans out there, pieces before pieces, yo.
Yeah, and stay safe out there. This is Justinian the Great and Sam the Car Guy signing off.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
We
Look
made it
for
through 2021.
we look forward to a good one.